Hey everybody, let's go ahead and start with a Sunday stretch. Thank you for joining me for this little stretch. You can just follow along and I'll give some directions as well. Let's start with a big breath in. Inhaling in peace and new energy, and taking an exhale out as we bring some heat to our hands. Let's do that one more time. We'll take and clasp and unclasp our hands, bringing some tension and strength, power into the palms of your hands. As we pull that tension into our wrists, elbows, and shoulders, let's take a spiral of the upper body, lengthening our spine as we grow from our hips to our head. Brush the palms together, opening the chest. We'll reach up and over and take a big stretch to the side. And we'll repeat the same thing on the other side. Big stretch of the side body, folding forward and arching up and back. Let's take a few more. Shrugging the shoulders up and back. We'll take 4 shrugs of the shoulders up and back and then repeat the same thing forward. As we bow the head low and arch the head up and back. Continue to breathe in and out. Maybe beginning to notice floor, ceiling, earth, and sky. We'll take full circles of the head to your right side, and then we'll repeat the same thing to the left. Let's go ahead and come into a tabletop position with the palms of our hands on the floor, knees on the floor, toes pressing down. We'll arch and curl our spine, taking a few cat-cows. Maybe breathing into some of those crunchy places in your spine and finding a little bit more mobilization through your torso. Again, just noticing earth, sky, floor, ceiling, and where you are in between. We'll push back to a child's pose. Continue to stretch out the spine nice and long, maybe pressing the shoulders down into the floor. If this position is uncomfortable for you, you can find another seated or lying position, and we'll return to that tabletop and do the same thing again. I want to take just a minute to encourage you that this day, whatever's going on, movement is so wonderful for bringing about change in our lives and in our world. And I hope that this little bit of movement today will bring you new life, peace, calm, joy, whatever it is you're looking for, that you'll be able to find it to a degree in some of these movements. All right, let's come to a side-seated position. We'll take some twists of our spine, first reaching up and over nice and long, and then taking a little spiral of the upper body. Then we'll wrap the upper body around and spiral in the opposite direction. You can use your calf or shin or knee to kind of stabilize you here. And again, feel that distance from your hips to your head, rooted between earth and sky. We'll do the same thing on the other side. I also want to take just a moment. If you're watching this video on YouTube, you can click the link in the description and join me inside our community for dancers of all kinds, enthusiasts, practitioners, professionals. It's called School Dance, and I would love to meet you there. If you're inside the community, thank you so much for being a part of it. I really appreciate your contributions to the group and just your presence there. All right, we'll return to that seated position, bringing our arms open wide. Give yourself a big hug. And we'll unclasp our hands and do the same thing on the opposite side. Bringing the hands behind the head, we'll arch and curl the spine, up and over toward the knee, returning to center, and up and over to the opposite side. Bringing the feet into a little butterfly position. We'll fold forward, lengthen the spine out long, and then fold forward again. Again, if this position is uncomfortable for you, you can find another seated position on the floor or in a chair, just opening our hips. You can also do this standing in a little squat, whatever's comfortable for you. Thank you all so much for joining me for this stretch. We'll finish up with stretching the legs forward and flexing and pointing our feet. Whatever you're doing today, I hope that this day finds you in a place of peace and love, and that you feel supported by the people around you. I'll see you in the next one.